Hello and welcome again, Wizards, Witches and Muggles. Today I'm going to be doing the Harry Potter Studio Tour tips and information video that you guys asked for on my Instagram. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading what I've wrote down in this book. So yeah, let's go. So the first thing then is that tickets must be booked in advance. If you want to go on a specific date, if you know you've got a specific time period in mind, do book it like months before because the tickets do sell out really quickly. Sometimes they do have tickets available last minute, but if you want to go on a specific date and you really don't want to miss out, then make sure you get those tickets booked. You can order an official guide with the tickets. I've got one here to show you. This is a hardback version that I picked up inside the tour. You can also get it in paperback, but like I said, you can order it with the tickets. You don't have to, it's just an optional extra. But I picked this up because, well, I like to collect items from the tour. So, well, obviously, as you know. But it's just got loads of facts and information from what you've seen so that you can remember. There's a little picture of the burrow and outside. But yeah, it's a really nice keepsake. So if you want to get something to remember your time at the tour, it's a really nice thing to get. And they do all different editions as well. Like throughout the years, they've changed the cover. So it's really nice to get the updated versions. But yeah, so you can get that. There is a free shuttle bus from London. All you need to do is show them your tour ticket and then you can just jump on the bus, and you can also go back to London from the tour on that bus as well. So I think that's really handy if you live in the area, if you're in London. Arrive on time and don't miss the slot. So try and be on time for your time slot. If you are a little bit late, don't panic because the interactors are really lovely and they do allow you to go in if you are slightly late still, like they don't have a problem. If you are early as well, because I usually get there not too early, but like maybe an hour early. I like to sit down in the Chocolate Frog Cafe, have like a cake and a coffee before I go in. So then I've got like half an hour still remaining for my time slot. So I'll just go and queue up, see if the interactors will let me in, and they usually do. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're absolutely fine with it. So if you want to go in a little bit early, by all means, just go over, get in the queue, and see if you can get in. Bags and coats. So bags and coats, you can leave them in the cloakroom. You don't have to. You can bring all of your belongings with you, although they do a bag check before you actually like enter the building. It's really easy, really simple, and it literally takes 2 minutes, not even that. You do walk through like a scanner thing as well, so it just like sees if you've got anything metal or dangerous in your pockets, like sharp objects, etc. But yeah, it's really, really quick. So don't worry about it being time consuming or anything like that. Like it's over within a couple of minutes. Yeah, so bags, you can leave them in the cloakroom. Just take anything you want to take with you in the tour with you, obviously. Like if you bring your own food, cameras, hand sanitizer, that's a big one. I do recommend bringing your own hand sanitizer. Jacket, maybe if the weather's not that good, there is like an outside area in the tour, so you don't want to miss out on getting some nice photo opportunities if you don't have a jacket or an umbrella. So yeah, I would take certain things with you. But yeah, like I said, if you want to leave bags in the cloakroom, absolutely fine. Again, if you want to go to the shop, the studio shop, you can leave your merch that you've just bought in the cloakroom as well, or you can take it with you. It's completely up to you. But yeah, the shop, I usually, if there's an item I know that I really want to get and I'm not sure if it's going to be in there by the time I leave the tour, I'll go there straight away and pick it up just in case so I don't miss out. But most of the time you're okay to just leave it to the end if you want to. I would say though, if you're going with the mindset of planning to buy a lot of merch, buy it all at the end because you don't want to be carrying it around and faffing around when you're trying to take pictures and get videos and stuff like that. So it might be helpful if you just want to buy it all at the end. Okay then, so Chocolate Frog Cafe. So like I mentioned just now, I like to, before I go into the tour, have a cake or a drink at the Chocolate Frog Cafe, or both. It is expensive, but the quality is really lovely. The coffee is really nice. I usually end up with a really bad headache when I get to the tour, not because of like anything because of the tour that causes it. It's just because I'm like really excited and like overstimulated, and like the lights, sometimes there's a lot of lights and you can get a headache. But I find that if I drink their coffee that the headache goes. Like, it's really strange. Maybe it's just me and I'm just weird. But yeah, I always have a coffee. The lattes there are really good. But their cakes are brilliant as well, and they're all themed. They usually do themed cakes for the events, so always look out for those. I will mention as well, when I went for the Try Wizard tournament event last summer, they had a Black Lake shake, and it was so nice. It looks amazing. Um, Obviously they don't do it all the time because it was for that specific event, but there are pictures of it on my Instagram page if you want to go and see what that looks like. I've also had the Weasley Jumper biscuit before when I've gone for Hogwarts in the Snow. It's really nice. I think it was £5. It is quite sickly, so it is worth the money. And the what did I have for Dark Arts? Dark Arts had a Hagrid pumpkin cake, and that was really nice as well. So, one thing then, if you're going to go to the cafe, I would say be mindful that sometimes there is a big queue and they can be quite slow at serving. So when I was waiting for my Black Lake shake, there was 2 people in the queue, and me as well. And I must have waited about 30 to 40 minutes for just one shake. And that was just, yeah, maybe they had like a staffing issue that day or something. But when it came, it was like totally worth it. It was so nice, and I would definitely have another one. But yeah, I did have to wait quite a while, and it was a little bit annoying because I was very hungry and thirsty at the time, but it's okay. But yeah, so do be mindful if if you're time restricted or you're waiting to go in for your time slot and you haven't got much time left to wait, I would leave that to the end. Okay, so next up then, I've got allow time to thoroughly explore the main studio shop. So a lot of the stuff in the main shop, take it in, like take it all in. Don't miss anything. Take your time. Spend even an hour or so in there. I know a lot of people spend a lot longer, but really take your time in the shop. There's a lot to choose from. There's some studio shop exclusive products, so look out for those as well. Some of it's not available online. A lot of it is. But we've got, what have we got here? So a lot of the products actually that are in the platform 9 3/4 shop by the Hogwarts Express are not available in the main shop. So do take that, take note of that, because you won't be able to grab it in the main shop. I mean, I think I've previously heard that you can ask an interactor to go back for you and get the piece of merch so that you can buy it, but it's just easier to grab it there when you see it, buy it, so that you don't have to worry about not finding it later on. Okay, so again, I wrote down bring hand sanitizer. Bring hand sanitizer. I do say this because there are some interactive stations, and obviously a lot of people have touched the handles and the buttons and things like that. As well with the little stamp-in passports that you can do, a lot of people have touched that. So I would recommend bringing your own hand sanitizer. There are sanitizing stations around the tour, but they're not always full. So yeah, if you're a person like me that doesn't like germs, and you don't want to take that risk, definitely bring your own hand sanitizer. Okay, so before entering the Great Hall, the interactors ask if it's anyone's birthday. This was the best memory for me, being at the tour. I only did this about 2 years ago. They ask if it's somebody's birthday, and if it is, you just say yes and go to the front, and they let you open the doors to the Great Hall, and it's such an amazing experience. I did it for Dark Arts. I was in my robes. It was really magical. They had all of the pumpkins in the Great Hall, so when I pushed the doors open, all of the pumpkins were there, just hanging in the air, and it was just an amazing experience. And I've had the opportunity to do it before, but because I was really anxious and I didn't like the fact that people would be staring at me and watching me do it, like it just completely put me off. And yeah, I thought, oh no, I can't. I'll never be able to go up there and do that. But when I actually did, like, find the courage and do it, it was amazing. So if you do get the opportunity, don't be scared. Go straight up there. It's great. Next, then, what have we got? Time in the Great Hall is limited, so take all of the details in, take as many pictures as you can, take as many videos as you can. Sometimes they do a little demonstration in the Great Hall, so if you can, get a video of that as well. But yeah, take as many pictures as you can because the time in the Great Hall is very limited and you can't go back. So yeah. Next up then, where have we got to? The tour is self-guided after leaving the Great Hall. So the only bit that is guided is like queuing up. Then you will go into a room where you all stand. I call it like the herding of sheep room because like you're in a room with a lot of people and it's very crowded and you're kind of like packed in like sardines in a can, and it can be quite horrible, especially when the weather's warm. You're not in there very long. It's like, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes, and then you move into the cinema area, and you just watch some short clips of Harry Potter. There's a little video of Dan, Rupert, and Emma talking. So yeah, that room is a bit more comfortable. You just sit down, and it's like a whole cinema setting. As well, James and Oliver Phelps do a little video for you at the beginning in that room that I was just talking about there, the one that I said where you like packed in like sardines. They give you some information about the tour, things that are available to do, things that you can take pictures of. They tell you obviously you're not allowed to touch any of the props or anything like that. But yeah, so take note of that, listen to them. Yeah, next up then, take your time. Some people think it's bigger than it actually is. So if you're not a true Potterhead and you don't, like, you're not really, really interested, but you're there to enjoy it still, don't speed through it. Like, take it all in. Take as many pictures as you can and walk slow, because you can be in and out of there within about 3 hours if you're not a huge fan. Like, someone like me would walk around, like, I don't know, I could be in there hours. I could be in there all day. But that's me, and it obviously depends on the person. But yeah, take your time. Definitely take your time because you don't want to be in and out. Butterbeer is available at the Butterbeer bar. You can also get other Butterbeer products, such as Butterbeer ice cream, Butterbeer donuts. My mind's gone blank. But there's a lot of butterbeer stuff you can get. Hot butterbeer as well. Frozen butterbeer. There we go. I got there in the end. But yeah, I do recommend trying the butterbeer. If you don't like sweet drinks, don't waste your money because it is a bit pricey. You do get a plastic tankard with you to take home as well, and there are stations where you can wash them out. A lot of people just put them back into their bags and they're all sticky and horrible. Don't do that. There are little stations outside where you can go and wash them and clean them out. But yeah, I do recommend trying it at least, and then you know if you like it. But yeah, if you're not a fan of fizzy drinks and you're not a fan of like butterscotch flavoured stuff, don't bother going with it. A lot of people as well, I didn't realise this, but for the last 2 times I've been there, when I've been sat in the backlot cafe, I've heard people ask the not interactors but the workers that are in the cafe, is the butterbeer alcoholic? And I was a bit like, how do you not know that it's not alcoholic? But I guess they were like worried about giving it to their kids. But no, it's non-alcoholic, so yeah, that's clear. Food is pricey in the food hall area. So you've got the food hall, and then if you walk a little bit further along, you've got the Butterbeer Cafe. Food is very pricey, but you can bring your own. So don't be afraid to just bring your own snacks, sandwiches, etc., whatever you want to bring. They do sell hot dogs, pizzas, burgers. There's like a wide range of stuff that you can get. But again, it is very pricey, so be mindful of that. Only time spent queuing would be for photo op areas. Okay, so really you don't have to queue for any of it. You can just sort of walk around and go to wherever you want when you want. But the only places where you do have to queue a little bit is Privet Drive, just because people slowly walk through and take pictures and videos and stuff like that. You walk through and you go to Harry's bedroom, which is right at the back of the house. You don't go up the stairs or anything. You just like walk through the living room, the kitchen, then you've got the bedroom. And you can go outside as well. A lot of people do miss this bit, but you can just walk around the corner a little bit and you can see the conservatory and inside the conservatory in the back garden, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I got a lot of close-up pictures of the conservatory actually. Go check out my Instagram if you want to see those. Mandrake Greenhouse. Mandrake Greenhouse you will have to queue for again. But it's a really great opportunity to be able to lift a mandrake up out of the pot, and they scream as well. Sometimes the interactors can be a bit funny in there, and they're like, come on, move along, but don't be afraid to take your time. Like, you've paid a lot of money to get there, so you want to take the opportunity to get the nicest photos and videos. What else? Night bus. If you want to get a picture inside the night bus, you might have to queue. Same with the Weasley car as well. Same with the Hogwarts Express photo op little area where you can go and sit down in like one of the little train carriages. It is a really nice thing to do. Personally, I've never actually done it, but I've seen a lot of people do it, and you get a cool little video. You can take it home USB, or you can get a printed photo as well, but they are really pricey again, so be mindful of that. Inside the Hogwarts Express then, that you can actually walk in, it is extremely narrow. So if you don't like confined spaces and you're a bit claustrophobic, I wouldn't recommend it, but it is for a very, very short time. You're in there for about 3 minutes maximum. And it's a really nice thing to just experience. So yeah, it can get quite hot in there as well if you're in there during the summertime. I made the mistake in, I think it was February. I wore my Slytherin Quidditch jumper and they had the heating cranked like all the way up, and I was absolutely boiling in that train. I just couldn't wait to get out, but thankfully I've been so many times before that it didn't really affect my visit. What else do we have? Broomstick then. Broomstick opportunity. You can get a photo and a video on a broomstick. Definitely do that if that's something you want to do. You don't have to pay for it. You can just have the experience on the broomstick. So yeah, don't think you have to pay for it if you want to have a go. Next up then, there's a crafting section on platform 9 3/4. It depends what event they're doing, but I know for the Triwizard Tournament event, they could you could make your own little dragon. You'd pick an egg out of their little dragon bag, and then it would tell you what dragon you got, and then you would then make that at the table. So the crafting section is aimed at kids, but a lot of adults do like to do it as well, and why not get involved in the fun? But yeah, there is the crafting section. I know at Magical Mischief they do howlers. I know they used to do Christmas cards that you could colour in as well during Hogwarts in the Snow. There's a few other things that they do as well. But yeah, if you've got kids and you want to kill some time, go to the crafting section and do some stuff there. Okie dokie then, where have we got to now? You can avoid Aragog and the spiders in the Forbidden Forest. So if you've got young children or you hate spiders and you have arachnophobia, there is an alternative route that you can go to. If you're not sure, just ask the interactor, but it's basically left or right. If you go right, then you're going to miss Aragog and all the spiders. If you go left, then you're going to see all the creatures, spiders, Aragog, Dementors, whatever. But yeah, I think that's handy for people to know if they've got young children and they don't want them to be like screaming and crying and yeah. Grab a passport to stamp around the tour. Right, so this should have been put at the beginning of the video, but when you enter the tour, grab a passport. They're just like inside, like at the help desk. If you can't find one, ask an interactor. If you want one like halfway through the tour and you forget to grab one, they are dotted around the tour, so you can still get one. But if you don't see one, again, ask an interactor because a lot of them do carry them around. So yeah, don't think you've missed out on that. Listen to all the talks and demonstrations from the interactors, and then you'll get exclusive info and like little facts and information. Again, this takes up time. So if you're thinking, oh, we've got quite a lot of time left and we're not really going to leave yet, make sure you do listen, because there's a lot of cool stuff that they have to tell you. The studio shops and cafe accept cash and card payments. I think that's really important, because during COVID they didn't accept cash, which is really annoying for me because I always pay everything in cash. And I know a lot of people still like to. So anywhere in the tour does accept card and cash. So if you want to bring cash, that's absolutely fine. Ask an interactor for a birthday badge if it is your birthday. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for one. Like, they're happy to give them out. Some items at the platform 9 3/4 shop aren't available in the main shop, which I think I did just mention that previously. So if you see something there, grab it while you can. You don't want to miss out. There is another shop by the Forbidden Forest, but it is usually Christmas themed, or it's got like discounted products or stuff that's going to be discontinued. So do go in there, have a look. If you want to get some bargains or like little stocking fillers or anything like that. You can get digital guides at the beginning of the tour. If you want extra info, they're quite handy. It's not a must-have, and you can get them in different languages as well. So if you come from abroad and you want to listen in your language and you'll find that more helpful as you walk around the tour, you can definitely do that. Shop products include studio exclusive merch, Noble Collection products, Mina Lima, Lego, Funko, and a lot more. So again, like I mentioned previously, take your time. There's so much to see. Really take it in. Don't miss anything. And if you can, have a little look on their Harry Potter shop website beforehand, and then you can get a little idea of what you're going in there to look for. Take as many photos and videos as possible as well in the shop. There's some nice photo opportunities in the shop. Like there's Mirror of Erised, there's the mermaid stained glass window, the just all of it. Just have a look. The Honeydew section is really nice as well to get some pictures. It really does look like Honeydukes. So yeah, let's get as many pictures as we can there. No phones in the studio, cinema, or stage. So yeah, there's only 2 places where I'm aware of that you're not allowed your phone, and that's in the studio cinema. And they do ask you to turn your phone on silent when you're in that sardine room that I just mentioned. But yeah, it's just the cinema room that you're not allowed. And then once you enter the Great Hall, you can whip your phones out, start taking pictures, videos, whatever you want to do. The stage then is located just after the Backlot Cafe, and it's outside. You're not allowed to take photos or videos in there, which I think is fair. Like, you can take photos and videos throughout the whole tour. So, but yeah, that's really the only restricted place. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've got through it all. If you do need any help booking a tour, or you need like more information, or you would like a tutorial on how to do like the booking itself, go and follow my friend Nikki's channel, Practically Nikki in Every Way. She's done a really helpful in-depth video on how to book. She literally goes through and shows you step by step how to do that. So if you're thinking about booking but you're not very good at booking online, she's really helpful in that like area. So yeah, she also shows you how to book for like bigger parties, like if you're a school, like whatever you need help with. Like, Nikki's super helpful and informative. Some of the things she said as well, like, I didn't even know myself. So yeah, go and follow Practically Nikki in Every Way. So yeah, she's really helpful. But thank you so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and keep rolling out these videos for you guys. I'll keep putting the little stickers on my Instagram, like I said. And thanks so much for watching again. And I hope to see you soon again with another video. Bye bye.